window and I saw a field. And I thought, how cool would it be to know how fields grow? So I decided to grow wheatgrass, which is very fast to grow. And so when I was doing this, when we just got it, we put it in a measuring bowl, and we soaked it with water for 3 days, and we put a plate over top of it, and then at the morning, night and morning, you'd have to empty all the water out in a drainer, or whatever they're called, and you'd let them dry, and then you put them back in the jar and fill it back up with water, and then you just keep on doing that process over and over again. Then when we were done that process, we put all the soil in all the jars, and then I put all the seeds in all the jars, or the containers, and then this was when I was writing my hypothesis, when I was after done this. And these pictures are when it was a day after and they were already sprouting. And this is when the day after this, I think, they were all sprouted. And this one was when I was spraying the wheatgrass, because you have to spray the wheatgrass with a spraying bottle, and you put baking soda in the spray bottle, and so it doesn't grow mold, but it did grow mold. So, this is the light one, which grows the best, which is the longest one. And this one was the dark with no light, and this one was the normal sunlight. And this is all when they were all done. So this is the light, this is the dark, and this is the normal light. This is the light that we grew with this one. It was a Sylvanus grow light. And this one was when it was, I think, the same. And then it was the normal, the dark, and the light. This one was comparing the sprouting and the done steps. And then, yeah. So because we put too much seeds in the container, so I don't know, and then it grew mold. That one was the most mold because it had no light, no light. And this one was the normal light. It grew quite tall, but not that much as this one. On the light one, because the light was shining over here, it grew longer, and over here it has less grass. And then I decided after that to build a farm model with it, so I put grass here, and then I bring tractors and put farms. Yeah.
Would you like to tell us more about your farm model? Yeah. You sure? You can take out some other pieces and talk to us about them.
I got an old box in the garage, and then my mom cut it so it would look the same height as these containers, and she used a bunch of duct tape to keep it sealed. And then she sewed this fabric so it would look like grass. And then I got my baked in farm toys. I have more at home though. And I just put them all over here.
So I have one question for you. I really like what you did. I see the science in there. I like that you did more than one thing. Do you think that this project that you did could be something that could help the farming industry?
Yes.
How would it help?
For not planting too much seeds under. And
Okay.
if you peel the seeds, there's mold still under. Because I can just see it down the cracks already.
So if you had to give a farmer advice about what the best growing conditions for wheatgrass were, what would you say?
Don't seed that much. Don't seed that much on a
So which one worked the best? Like which one grew the best?
The light one, because this has the most grass. This is how tall they went.
So the sunlight one, or like the light?
The light with the real light. Awesome.
Would it do the same for normal grass? Would the normal grass mold?
Not quietly, because normal grass grows by itself, or if someone wants to plant grass, they usually don't plant that much, because they just sprinkle it all over their lawn. So, no, probably not.
Any other questions for Marshall?
Well, because I know one thing. If on your sheet, Marshall, you did talk a little bit about one special difference about the one that had no light. So you might want to tell everybody about that and why.
Do I read the whole page?
Sure.
You can just explain.
On the first day, I thought the light was going to grow the most. I thought the normal would grow green, but not that much green. The dark, I thought, was going to die. After 12 days, the light grew the most. The normal grew green, but short, and no light grew very little and was white and not green. So the dark was white, because I'll read. I think the dark did not grow green, and it did grow white because it did not develop chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is what makes plants green.
You are ready for grade 6.
Even though I sprayed the wheat with baking soda, it still grew mold. This is very interesting. It turns out we might have planted too much seed in one container.
Why do you think planting too much seed would affect the mold?
Because you're just spraying on top, and sometimes the seed just soaks it in right when it comes up. And then when the seeds never got under, then they might grow mold, and mold spreads. So.
Okay, any other questions or comments?
Can we come up and look at it?